Good afternoon. This is Eric Caldwell from Marina High School, and I'd like to take a moment to share some of my evidence from inquiry cycle number 2. Now, as you can see on my ILP, for this inquiry cycle, I focused on CSTP number 2, establishing a positive learning environment. You know, with all the challenges presented by distance learning this year, it has been more important than ever to try to interact and engage with students. But it's also been more difficult than ever to engage with students, not having them in our classrooms every day. So it's been one of my focuses, not only for this inquiry cycle, but since the year started, to really focus on ways that I can connect, get to know my students, engage them with the content of our class, and also have them have a chance to engage with their fellow classmates and build relationships and socialize during my class period and anytime that they're here at school. So my driving question for this inquiry cycle is, what communication, strategies, and routines can I establish to help build and foster a strong sense of community within my classroom during distance learning? So I want to take a second to share a few things. First off, here on my homepage on Canvas, one way that I help students stay informed with our daily activities and what we have going on is through my homepage. I have our daily agendas posted right here on a Google slide presentation that is embedded directly in here, and it allows students to see what we're doing this day, and they can also click through if they ever miss class and look back at previous days to make sure they didn't miss our activities, see what our homework was, and see what we were doing in class, and just a way for them to go back and kind of remind themselves of what we've been doing in class. So I add these slides every class session, and they link right to my homepage. Taking a look a little bit deeper at these slides, when I built these, the way I organize it is first dropping our essential question for the day. And then in our agenda, what we're doing in class, I like to start off with a routine that I've established of morning mindfulness. And this is a great way that I've been able to inspire some conversation, get kids interacting with each other, discussions, getting them mindful about their personal accountability, setting goals, and things like that. On our agendas, I'm also able to link in documents, videos, or any activities that we're doing, and then I also have our asynchronous things that we're working on outside of class for homework. So this was our last one from today that we just had, getting ready for Christmas, as you can see. So I edit these for every class session and get them going so that we have a nice fresh agenda each day. Now, focusing in on my morning mindfulness, this is one thing that I have been trying to build this routine throughout the year and offer students a chance while we're getting going for the first 10 minutes of class, thinking about different topics and kind of getting us talking and getting our chat box going so that we are interacting and engaging right off the bat. So I have various topics for our morning mindfulness discussions, various activities, whether it's checking out a quick video and doing a reflection, doing some think, pair, share activities with a partner, doing breakout rooms, okay? So we'll kind of talk about our essential question. For example, this day, why is it important to be accountable for our actions and words? And how can setting goals help us stay accountable for our intentions? Right? So we'll have a 5-minute little warm-up where I'll have a chance to go through and ask a few students, have them enter in answers in the chat box, and really facilitate some good discussion and engagement right away to get their attentions and get them engaged with class. Okay? Along with those, we do some goal-setting activities. We talk about different things that we have going on in our world and kind of current events in that. So it's a great way to kind of get class started and a great routine that I've established with them that has been working out great so far. So as I was saying, from the very beginning of the school year, it's been one of my biggest focuses to have students engaging and working as a team. So even here, looking at my syllabus for my economics class, I made sure to make a point of being prepared, being responsible, being proactive, being respectful, and working and encouraging them to work together as a team, giving them tips for how to connect and how to work through distance learning. This whole scenario is new for teachers and for students, so we're really, there's no real playbook or blueprint that we're all given for this. We've all been doing our best to get through this, so I wanted to give them some general tips of how to stay connected, how to establish their workspace so they have a clean, comfortable workspace with less distractions, staying organized, accessing Canvas, and just participating, being on time, and being respectful. All major pillars that I've established from the very beginning of the school year, and I've seen some positive results. Now, another thing that I've wanted to do to help engage students is kind of during our warm-ups and getting to know each other. Lots of discussion rooms, lots of chances to get to know people, lots of discussion board assignments on Canvas, and also some fun games and things that we'll play together kind of to get our classes started. So this was an example of a game that I set up where I can kind of check in using Pear Deck so students can access this and then chime in their answers. I'm able to I kind of created this myself. I dropped a video in there. I have them interpret and kind of share their ideas, and that allows every student's voice to have a chance to share their ideas and then go through and have students feel engaged. So just an easy one right here where they're picking between their favorite foods, if they could go on vacation, where would they go? And it's just these little things that are just engaging, kind of icebreakers to kind of build up this community in the classroom and have them engaged. Okay, so just one way that I've been doing that. Another kind of fun activity I did at the beginning of the year to engage students and build community was this idea of designing your own virtual locker for distance learning, right? So I created this entire assignment. I gave them an example of myself and what I would put if I had a virtual locker, and then I gave them 2 slides that they could utilize to edit on, and then here are a few examples of what kids turned in. So it was great to see all of them, and it let me get to know them a little better. I shared a few of these in class. Students were able to kind of share out and say why they put each thing in their locker, and it was a great way to kind of get to know students, okay? Another fun one that I did just real quick was a really popular game out there with students is Among Us, really popular video game, and you play as these little characters. So I found a website where they were able to generate their own avatars, and then in our class, everybody made their own avatar and copied them and put them on here. So this was just another one that we had that was kind of just a fun, engaging icebreaker, get to know you thing where we all got to design our own characters. Okay, so switching gears, I want to talk about another strategy for engagement, and that is using Google Forms for both exit tickets and posing questions and creating quizzes. It's just been an easy way to get students to respond and to have them all share their ideas and their thoughts and questions. So I create these exit tickets. This was an example one from my econ class. Just for them kind of reflecting what's something that you've enjoyed learning. Well, how are you doing with distance learning? What any struggles or successes are you having? What am I doing well? What could I be doing better as a teacher? And then even asking them, what are some of your other teachers doing that you find that helps you and is successful? And then any other general comments. So I got some good responses on that, and it lets me reflect on what I'm doing and how I can be effective as a teacher and some of the struggles that the students might be going through. Another one that we used recently was setting goals. I'm all about setting goals with my students and helping them because, man, I've noticed kind of a drop in motivation, a drop in students feeling accomplished and feeling like they are connecting with their teachers. So I really am all about setting goals, and we did this acronym of SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time sensitive. So we did a whole lesson on that, and then I have them set a goal for 3 goals for each month, and then we go back and reflect on them at the end of the month. Okay, talking about their strengths and things that they want to improve, set 3 goals, and then we come back and reflect on them. Another one was evaluating themselves, evaluating and reflecting on their citizenship and how much they're participating and how much they're engaged with the class, okay? I do give them a citizenship grade for each quarter, so this was a way to kind of hear how they think they're doing and kind of use that to guide how I grade them with their citizenship, and just another chance for them to share any struggles or successes that they're having. Do you make it to class on time? Are your assignments completed on time? Do you have a clean, safe workplace at home, or do you get distracted easily? Do you follow distractions? Do you use time wisely? All these kind of questions. So just a chance for them to reflect as we kind of go through the year. So it's been a useful thing. Okay, so the Google Forms, another good one for engaging and getting quick feedback from students. Now, I also wanted to share when it comes to the content of my class, when I'm going through lectures and sharing content. For that, I really love using Pear Deck, interactive presentations. Students enter in, and as I said before, then it gives them a chance to kind of have their voice heard, have their opinions heard, and really share and get involved with these. So this is just an example one. We're able to do review vocabulary. I'm able to pose questions, and instead of just having one kid answer out or a handful of kids, all the students answering, and we can kind of look through at them. We can set up different activities. I can pose questions, kind of make games, or kind of go back to our essential questions. I'm able to have them even create simple graphs on Pear Deck, so pretty awesome. I'm able to also embed videos, and I post these Pear Decks onto our Canvas so they can go back and do them. We do them together, and they can go back and do them on their own time as well if they want to review. I have links for further information that they can go out and look at. And then also I like taking a little stretch break sometimes, because sitting in front of the computer and, hour after hour, I really like to encourage them, especially if they're at home in their room all day, to get up, take a break, take a stretch break. So I love how Pear Deck has that slide in there, and I kind of customize it myself right there. But it's a great way to get kids engaged with our lectures and stay engaged as we're going over content. And then, like I said, we do it together, and they can also access it and go back and look at it. Okay. Another strategy that I want to share with you guys is creating these what I like to call student master groups and student expert groups. And basically, they are synchronous Google Slide editable slides that I utilize, where I break up topics that we're covering in our lectures as a way to kind of shake things up and get a little bit more student-centered learning going on. On these Google Slides, I'll create the templates and create groups and create breakout rooms during our session. So we'll be going through our Pear Deck lecture. We'll get to this topic of types of businesses, and I'll say, okay, guys, we're going to do breakout room, expert groups, do randomly generated groups. They're put into a group. They're given a specific topic. For this one, it was types of businesses. So we got sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, limited liability, cooperative, franchise. So 7 different groups, 7 different breakout rooms. They're in there. And then synchronously, all together. These are editable slides. So I'm giving 15 minutes on the clock. Their group goes out, finds the information, fills out the slides. I'm able to go from breakout room to breakout room, check in with them, talk to them, make sure that I'm facilitating the conversation, make sure answering questions. And then, by the end of 15 minutes, they have created these slides. And then as a group, I have them each share out the information that they found. So it gives them a chance to kind of become an expert at one of the topics, and then hear other students in the class share their ideas and information that they found, and then I'll go back and post these on Canvas so that we can go back and take notes from them, and I embed them back into my slideshow. So that was one example. Another one that we did for econ was economic systems, traditional, command, market, and mixed economies. Same thing, breakout rooms. They go through, edit the slides, and we come back and share them. So those student expert groups is another way that I have student-centered learning and a good engagement technique. And it allows them to get to know a wide variety of students in the class, because they're always in different groups, working with different people, communicating, discussing. So it's been another great strategy. For this was a presentation that I had them do with partners, where I gave them a basic template. They were researching a franchise for an entrepreneurial activity they wanted to do, and I gave them the basic template, what I wanted to have on each slide. Just a little bit of direction. I told them, please find the information, customize it, make it look good, make it unique, make it yours. And then students go through, and this was an example of one student work right here. So she went through, she chose Dunkin' Donuts, found her location, and shared all that in there. It came out great. Okay? So just a few strategies when it comes to the content and engaging students in there. Now, as far as community building and helping students feel connected, I like to do some activities and try to do these icebreaker activities. One great one that I've done recently is just kind of giving, it might seem simple or stupid, but check this out. We did some Zoom high fives, right? Just towards the end of class, getting them going, kind of getting some motivation going. Here they are. There's my guys in Zoom, and we're all giving each other high fives in the class. So just trying to build a community, trying to have them feel connected to their classmates and get to know each other, build some camaraderie. This was us on Halloween. Some kid, I offered extra credit for them to dress up in Halloween costumes, and that's me as Yoda right there. But yeah, just having some fun, icebreakers, keeping it interesting, keeping them excited about coming to class, excited about school. Okay, so I have my Bitmoji classroom with that as well. So this year, has been so many struggles when it comes to engaging students, and I've really tried to get creative and look for other resources and find ways to engage students, draw them in, keep them connected with class, and keep them excited about learning with me as we go through this journey together. So thank you for checking out Inquiry Cycle 2, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.